Life is fine. No need to. Sound should not. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, meditate on the last is over. Yesterday was 34. Ecstasy is understood. 35. Hare Krishna. Muktashayam yari nirvishayam viraktam. Nirvana vrichati manaha sahasayathachihi. Atma namatra purusho avyavadhanam ekam. Anvikshate pratinivrita guna pravaha. Muktashayam yari nirvishayam viraktam. Nirvana vrichati manaha sahasayathachihi. Atmanamatra purusho avyavadhanam ekam. Anvikshate patinivrita guna pravaha. Muktashayam yarhi nirvishayam viraktam. Nirvana vrichati manaha sahasayathachihi. Atmanamatra purusho avyavadhanam ekam. Anvikshate pratinivrita guna pravaha. Nirvashayam yari nirvashayam viraktam. Nirvana vrichati manaha sahasayathachihi. Atmanamatra purusho avyavadhanam ekam. Anvikshate pratinivrite guna pravaha. Mukta Ashrayam, situated in liberation. Yarihi, at which time Nirvishayam, detached from sense objects. Viraktam, indifferent. Nirvanam, extinction. Richati, obtains. Manaha, the mind. Sahasa, immediately. Yatha, like. Archihi, the flame. Atmanam, the mind. Atra, at this time. Purushaha, a person. Avyavadhanam, without separation. Ekam, one. Anvikshate, experiences. Prati nivritta, free. Guna pravaha, from the flow of material qualities. When the mind is thus completely free from all material contamination and detached from material objectives, It is just like the flame of a lamp. At the time, the mind is actually dovetailed with that of the Supreme Lord and is experienced as one with Him because it is free from the interactive flow of material body. And the mind is thus completely free from all material contamination and detached from material objectives. It is just like a flame of a lamp. At the time, mind is actually dovetailed with that of the Supreme Lord and is experienced as one with Him because it is free from the interactive flow of material qualities. Yes, Shobha Malli Mataji. Please unmute. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Purport Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the material world, activities of the mind are acceptance and rejection. As long as the mind is in material consciousness, it must be forcibly trained to accept meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But when one is actually elevated to loving the Supreme Lord, the mind is automatically absorbed in thought of the Lord.
Mataji, audio is not
with the desire of God or one with Supreme Lord. Nirvana is cited in Bhagavad Gita.
Mataji, no, your audio is not clear.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Neeraja Mataji. Ready? Some problem, huh? Shubhavani.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Continue.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. In the material world, the activities of the mind are acceptance and rejection. As long as the mind is in material consciousness, it must be forcibly trained to accept meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But when one is actually elevated to loving the Supreme Lord, the mind is automatically absorbed in thought of the Lord. In such a position, a yogi has no other thought than to serve the Lord. This dovetailing of the mind with the desires of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called nirvana, or making the mind one with the Supreme Lord. The best example of nirvana is cited in Bhagavad Gita. In the beginning, the mind of Arjuna deviated from Krishna's. Krishna wanted Arjuna to fight, but Arjuna did not want to. So there was disagreement. But after hearing Bhagavad Gita from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna dovetailed his mind with Krishna's desire. This is called oneness. This oneness, however, did not cause Arjuna and Krishna to lose their individualities. The Mayavadi philosophers cannot understand this. They think that oneness necessitates loss of individuality. Actually, however, we find in Bhagavad Gita that individuality is not lost. When the mind is completely purified in love of God, the mind becomes the mind of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The mind at that time does not act separately, nor does it act without inspiration to fulfill the desire of the Lord. The individual liberated soul has no other activity. Pratinirvita guna pravahaha. In the conditioned state, the mind is always engaged in activity impelled by the three modes of the material world. But in the transcendental stage, the material modes cannot disturb the mind of the devotee. The devotee has no other concern than to satisfy the desires of the Lord. That is the highest stage of perfection called nirvana or nirvana mukti. At this stage, the mind becomes completely free from material desire. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
More.
Yatharchihi. Archihi means flame. When a lamp is broken or the oil is finished, we see that the flame of the lamp goes out. But according to scientific understanding, the flame is not extinguished. It is conserved. This is conservation of energy. Similarly, when the mind stops functioning on the material platform, it is conserved in the activities of the Supreme Lord. The Mayavadi philosopher's conception of cessation of the functions of the mind is explained here. Cessation of the mental functions means cessation of activities conducted under the influence of the three modes of material nature. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaudavani Pucharini Shunivadi Pashad Deshtarini. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gauda Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukta Shayam Yarah Nirvishayam Viraktam Nirvanam Richati Mana Sahasayatarchihi Atmanamatra Purusho Avyavadhanamekam Anvikshate Pratinivrita Guna Prabha. When the mind is thus completely free from all mental contamination and detached from the mental object, it is just like a flame of a lamp. At that time, the mind is actually dovetailed with that of the Supreme Lord and experience as one with it. It is free from the interactive flow of material qualities. Hare Krishna, everybody. I hope the audio is okay. Okay, thank you. So the mind, this mind. So what is there? So they say is that, once somebody went to Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I want to follow you word by word. Prabhupada smile. He said, begin. Why? Because he knows that suddenly we cannot just exactly word by word follow Krishna. If we want to. I think all the devotees here are wonderful. They have been hearing Bhagavatam. They all want to. But it's not possible. Because why it's not possible? Because the illusion of Maya. So no responsibility on me. Maya is not allowing me to surrender to Krishna. But Maya, it acts because first is your desire. So we cannot take away the responsibility. Many a time people analyze things, and as in this world, everybody plays the victim. Variety is the victim. They are not good to me. That person was very bad. We cry as a victim of somebody. And you cannot advance the spiritual life till you have a feeling you are a victim. Nobody is victim. There is nothing to cry for in this world. There is nothing lamentable in God's kingdom. Everything is perfect. Wow. Wow. Super. He can always be peaceful and happy. But then what I can change my desires. And to fulfill a particular desire, you need some kind of a illusion. If the desires are material means nonsense desires, which cannot be fulfilled. Suppose you desire I want to offer Prabhupada a beautiful prayer on his Vyasa Puja. Though many of you, I have requested all of you, write offering to Guru Maharaj now. His Vyasa Puja is coming. And after that, all of you should also write on Vyasa Puja offering to Srila Prabhupada. Okay? And I will submit all that to Prabhupada. Vyasa Puja book is printed every year as a policy in ISKCON. Vyasa Puja book is only printed for Acharya, the Prabhupada. But all the devotees are doing service to the Guru, them also we offer Vyasa Puja. So now, anyway, so we want to complete surrender. So the desire, suppose we want to offer a beautiful Vyasa Puja offering to Guru Maharaj on this coming on the day after Ramanavami. I think April 2nd, on Sunday. Yes, we can do that. I want to offer a beautiful Vyasa Puja. So when you want to offer, then Krishna will give you the strength, Krishna will give you the intelligence. Then it happens. Anything happens once the plan is there. You want to build a beautiful temple for Krishna. Why one? We can have 1,000,000 temples of Krishna. Yes, Srila Prabhupada built 108 temples. So Krishna, so when you want to fulfill a desire like that, to glorify the Lord, then Yogamaya comes in. Suppose a desire, I want to chant very attentively. At least desire, na? Action will happen. When first thing is desire, we don't even desire. We have no time to desire even these things. Na? I want to chant attentively. Somewhere a struggle should be there. It is very nicely said. To struggle to hear the Harinama, you don't have to struggle to see the millions of life forms. You don't have to struggle to see rebirth in this world. If you struggle to hear the Nama now. So there is a struggle to come to the situation of mind being totally have no desire other than the desire of the Lord. Presently, it is not true. Imagine when you are in union with Krishna in this way. Mayavadis think we become one with God. Before the battle, Arjuna's plan was different, Krishna's plan was different. After Arjuna heard Krishna, his plan became same as Krishna's plan. What did Arjuna say? Karishe vachanam tava. I'll follow you, word by word. Yanamam vadasi Keshava. I accept every word that you have told me, Krishna, and I'll obey you. Karishe vachanam tava. They become in union, in one. The proper say doesn't mean they do lost their individuality and they would jud gaye. Like Mayavadis have this funny theory. Ghata akash, pata akash. This ghatapati and nyaya, we should be very careful. They say that inside a pot there is air, akash, space, not air, space. And outside the pot there is space. You break the pot, the inside space merges with the outside space. How do you break this argument? Symbolism is correct. But how do you say it? It cannot be applicable to us. See, please learn something very interesting. Because always Mayavada Khandana is part of our life. Okay? Prabhupada does in every purpose possible. Because 99% of the spiritualists today are Mayavadis only. Even today. So he's doing so that, save as much people from foolishness as possible. See, there is something called similarity, there is something called symbolism. Please understand this. When you're trying to symbolize something, there should be some similarity at least. 100% similarity cannot exist. Just like we say, Krishna's hand is like lotus. So that is only one area of similarity, the softness and the redness. It is not that it will start smelling like lotus, or it is not that it has thorns also there. You cannot go beyond, but it is meant to be a symbolism. Correct? You cannot say why you're taking that example. The rose, petals break after some time. The Krishna hand is, rose is temporary, but Krishna hand is permanent. Are idiot? I'm taking a symbolism. I'm not talking about a similarity. The people should understand the science. But there should be some similarity when you are taking a symbolism. Now you can be cheated actually. That's what the people, Mayavadis do that. When they say Ghatakash, Patakash, they are actually cheating you. Because the air cannot be compared to the soul. There is no similarity between soul and the air. Correct? So you cannot say Ghatakash, Patakash because then you can take any. It's very clever. You can take a wrong symbolism and explain anything. Correct? Just like a river goes and emerges into the ocean. Similarly, the jivas go and merge in the Supreme Spirit. Every nonsense spiritual organization is cheating this rubbish. They're innocent people are being taught this rubbish. There's so many nonsense spiritual organizations. And people are hearing them. I become Paramatma mein leen ho gaye. Every lecture, open your TV, every lecture speaks this rubbish. True? We feel bad because unfortunate. Can do better not take their names. I'll not take their name. But we should vigorously make this course, at least our attempt. Let every person join this course, Gita 18 course. At least one thing we make clear on the 18 days. That there is a difference between God and us. We are small, God is there. So they say we are like a water in a river and goes to the ocean. Counter that. First counter should be, you cannot compare us to water. We are living, we are conscious. Water is not conscious. Water is dead. Space is dead. I am living and I am conscious. Wow. So the symbolism itself is wrong. Oh, that's all. And then now go more. Water merging into the ocean. The drops, the hydrogen atom in the water in river doesn't merge to the hydrogen atom in the H2O in the ocean. It still maintains its identity. Prabhupada says the fishes, there are fishes in the river. They don't merge to the fishes in ocean. So you are only doing surface study, go deep. The fishes maintain their existence independently. So that's how we have to. This Ghatapatiya, though they speak so much this argument, Mayavadi, Ghata Akash, Patakash. Acharya say the Ghatapatiya Nyaya, save yourself from the Ghatapatiya. The Bengali language, Ghatapatiya Nyaya. The logic of this Ghatakash, Patakash. Be careful. Don't be cheated. Just it is your ego. It is just your ego that is separating you from the Supreme Consciousness. Just break that ego apart and you merge into the Supreme Consciousness. You are all pervading, all. I was seeing, I'll not name him, one idiot, he's a big guru now. He says, one day I was meditating, sitting on a rock somewhere. God knows what he's speaking and what he saw. Mostly they tell a lie. And suddenly I saw universal energy in me and I am in universe is in me. The separation separated and I became the whole universe. And therefore, that realization I want to share to all of you. Therefore, I made my organization and therefore I'm speaking to you. Now, my dear sir, do you have a guru? I don't have a guru. Then how you can be a guru? It's a hypocrisy. Unless you obey a guru, you should not be a guru. Unless you become servant of a guru, you cannot be a guru. Unless you have served a Vaishnava, you cannot take service from a Vaishnava. You cannot be a hypocrite, correct? Like you see, Srila Prabhupada life, gave his life to serve his guru. So you can give your life to serve Prabhupada. Correct? It's natural. It's natural. Somebody was telling that there was Guru Puja and Guru Puja was going on. And then he was sitting, the new person, he was sitting in the temple. So they were singing, Shri Guru Charana Padma. And Prabhupada was personally there. So Prabhupada was receiving. And he was also singing, Shri Guru Charana Padma. So somebody went to president. Why is he singing the same song? We are singing for him. Why is he singing? Correct? He should just sit, yes. Okay. Why is he singing? He said he's singing to his guru. Oh, that's very nice. Take it out. So that's called Guru Parampara. Dasa, Dasanu, Dasa, Dasanu, Dasa, Dasanu, Dasa. So now, so therefore the symbolism when it is taken, we should be very careful. Otherwise you get cheated. Therefore that is Mayavadi's job. So we have a particular desire, but these desires are not aligned with Krishna's desire. Krishna has a mission in this world. What is the mission? Parat tasmad bhav anyat vyakta avyakta sanatanaha. Beyond this kingdom of material energy, Parat tasmad, beyond, is the kingdom of God. And we all belong there. And Krishna's mission is that we should go back to his lotus feet at his service. And when we understand this and want to participate in this, then the beautiful thing starts. The beautiful Krishna consciousness starts. You are totally become confidential servant of Srila Prabhupada, confidential servant of Krishna, because you are doing now Krishna's work. There was once a president wrote to the Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I am finding a lot of difficulty in funds, there's no money nowadays. So Prabhupada wrote to him that actually your focus should not be on money. Your focus should be on preaching. Money will come. Just like if there is shortage of money, so what do you think? How I can do business? I have seen some people that try. No, maybe in my temple, I can sell this, I can sell that. I can sell this, I can make more money. But actually these are one part. But the main part is we should understand that Krishna is a maintainer. There are how many temples are there in India? Every afternoon they give meal to all the visitors. There, so many temples. In Bangalore, practically every temple does. From where the money comes? Krishna supplies, God supplies. Correct? So you should have faith. Actually, the Radharani is Adi Lakshmi. And if I am doing Krishna's work, will she not supply me money? True? It's like, suppose you're working for some big company, say, previously there are two companies, Tata Birla, now there are so many more companies. Now you're working for any company, don't you think they will pay you for advertisement? Suppose you're making propaganda for a company, putting their posters, house stalls, distributing pamphlet. Don't you think the company will pay you for advertisement? So similarly, if you're going to do Krishna's work, Krishna will maintain you. That's the primary foundation we should have. This is always external. Sometimes in emergency, that's a separate issue. But otherwise, the focus should be that if I focus myself in glorifying Krishna, everything will come. Prabhupada takes an example. He was talking in it. I have 100 temples, and the expenditure every month is in crores. And we don't have any source of income, but Krishna is supplying. We require the people should have advanced realization. When they are working, whatever salary they're getting, Krishna is supplying. So similarly, we should have realization that when we are spreading Krishna consciousness through public, Krishna sends. Now this is very difficult, very, very advanced. It is not easy to realize this. Theoretically, we can say, yeah, I can appreciate this principle, but to realize it is very, very difficult. True? Not easy to realize it. Like Srila Prabhupada used to say that my Guru Maharaj has sent all of you to help me. I dedicated my life. Prabhupada used to say, I did it. And truthfully, he did it. He said, I gave my life to fulfill the mission of my Guru. Anna dedicated his life. But then, Prabhupada used to say, when anybody used to come to him, Prabhupada used to say, my Guru has sent you to help me because I want to fulfill his mission. Now, this is not easy. At only Paramahamsa stage, we can feel like that. Very advanced, very, very advanced. Not easy to have an experience like that. But I'm just trying to, just like there is an example of Narad Muni. When the Mrigari, all heard the stage of Mrigari. The Mrigari used to kill animals half. And after he used to kill animals half, and then Narad Muni came there. He said, what is the sadistic pleasure, just injuring them and seeing them writhing in pain and dying and enjoying the sadistic pleasure. What is the sadistic pleasure you're having? Now, if you want, I'll beg one charity from you. Tell me, what is the charity? He said, in fact, in the beginning, when he saw Narad Muni, he became very angry because presence of Narad Muni alerted all the animals. So they ran away. So he got upset at Narad Muni. But seeing the face of Narad Muni, his anger went away. Peaceful, calm, beautiful face. So there immediately, when you respect somebody, you like to give some gift to him. The Narada, what can I give you? You want some skin, sometimes for wearing or for sitting down, the animal skin is used. He said, no, Narada said, I don't want any skin. So said, what do you want? They give me one charity. What? Don't kill them half. You kill them full. So then the discussion started. And finally, Narada Muni told him to give up this profession. I'll maintain you. What is that? I will maintain you. You give up this profession. So what? Give up the profession. How will I will maintain you. I told you, no. So really. Right? He broke his bow, arrow, and threw it aside. So tell me now. Sit down and chant. Bring your wife here. Make a small kuti in the forest. Chant Hare Krishna mantra. That's it. So he sat down with his wife. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. So people, the small town those days, people all gone to know the news. This hunter has become a Vaishnava, constantly chanting the name of Krishna. So just like it happens, even with us, we travel to different towns, people come to meet, they bring so many fruits. Some fruits, please. Somebody bring dry fruit, this fruit, correct? When you're coming, we need a train to bring all that luggage. So whatever it is. So people bring something. Generally don't go empty, so people bring some fruits. So there's somebody bringing fruit, somebody bringing ghee, somebody bringing rice. So he was in a total meditation that Narad Muni is sending all this. So when Narad Muni once came, and so much was coming, the lakhs of people, Hunter has become a Vaishnava. Prabhupada said people have no interest to see Hunter, but Hunter became Vaishnava, they were interested to see him. What is this? Another Valmiki or what? Correct? Sitting and chanting all the time. So people came. So then what happened? Narad Muni came, Parvat Muni, chalo, let us go. So when Narad Muni, Parvat Muni was coming, what happened? He saw them come flying. Narad Muni flies, he comes. And Parvat Muni also, space travel. They don't need your Sputnik, your thing, they can travel anywhere. So when Narad Muni was coming, he saw the hunter, this hunter Mrigari saw, he wanted to pay obeisance. First thing is took out a chadar. Previously there is kurta, is not the chadar. I started waving in happiness. And then after that, he wants to pay obeisance, but with this cloth, he started removing the hands first. They're totally transformed. A person who doesn't mind to get paid, we are also like that. We don't mind shouting at somebody. He may cry, who cares, correct? We are like that. Rasik, tamasic person means always he gives pain to other people. So, but now he became so purified by chanting that he doesn't even want to give pain to an ant. When he's lying down, maybe an ant will get killed. Just cleaning the ants, the ground, and then he paid obeisance to Narada. And Parvat Muni was looking at Narada. Wow, what a transformation you can bring, Naraji. But then Naraji said, Hunter, how are you? Naraji, Hunter Mrigari said, why you are sending so much? I don't need so much. In a day, you are sending 500 bananas, 1,000 mangoes, enough. Don't send so much. I don't need so much. So you just imagine, actually, just imagine. The whole total meditation is that Guru is supplying, Krishna is supplying. So we should have the same meditation. Sometimes we feel that Srila Prabhupada struggled so much. He worked for so many years. And as far as my little realization goes, Srila Prabhupada is very merciful. Just follow the regulative principles and try to preach, chant your rounds. Unlimited resources will come. He is not expecting you to struggle for 40 years like him. That was the special pastimes of Krishna, to glorify Prabhupada. The struggle of Srila Prabhupada is for his special pastime, created for his glorification, so that people can understand how great he is. Just like Prahlad Maharaj. Why did Krishna allow so many attempts to kill him? That is for the whole world to see how great is Prahlad. Even though so much difficulties, Prabhupada says the devotees, by the arrangement of the Lord, not that Prahlad Maharaj done some papa karma. It is sinful to think like that. He has no papa karma, he is a pure soul. But the arrangement of the life is such a way that we can see how great Prahlad Maharaj is. Pandavas also suffered so much. They done Papa Karma? No, there was no Papa Karma. No, somebody say, the Draupadi were cursed by this. They don't act. Devotees are totally protected by Krishna. No curse, no blessing can act. They are protected. But Krishna may allow some situations for a devotee to just glorify him. Look at the Pandavas. So much they suffered. Aho Kashta. When Bhishma saw the Pandavas after the war, said, Aho Kashta, this boy is so sweet. My great-grandchildren suffered so much. They're so sweet actually. So pure they are. But they suffered so much. How can I understand? He says the plan of the Lord. How can I understand? So difficult to understand, but actually the real meaning of the devotee suffering is to glorify them. See, even though they had so many difficulties, they still remain an amazing devotee. This is the glorification of pure devotees. So Krishna creates for them the difficulties, but not for us. And sometimes when we hear Krishna is Hari, Hari means he takes away. If you worship Krishna, you become bankrupt. Please don't think it is for us. It is not for us. It's for advanced devotees. Sometimes we will leave Krishna consciousness. Suppose you start chanting Hare Krishna, you become bankrupt, you lose a job, you'll stop. Hare is very dangerous. That's why Hari means takes. But what actually Krishna does, Haran, he takes your bad qualities away. That is what it takes. But before taking it away, it shows to you. Don't take it away. Just like suppose you tell somebody to clean your room. So before throwing the things off, he will come to you. Now I've cleaned the room, these things are there now. Can I throw it? No. Give me back. So we are not ready to throw our anarthas. Therefore, even after chanting so long, anarthas still remain. So this is the stage of purification, and more the exams advance. The beginning exam is you do sinful activity. That itself, no. Mind will be going. We'll keep shouting at the mind, no, you're not going to do this. No. That's the one stage. Now gross sinful activity stop, then subtle desire for respect, worship. You get very hurt. Why he said like that? Then you introspectively think, actually I'm desiring so much respect, which is not there. So step by step, we eliminate our union with Krishna in the terms of desires. We have only one desire to serve Krishna, no desire other than desire to serve Krishna. But it takes time. Every time a thought comes, is it for service to Krishna? No, remove it. Is it for service to Krishna? Remove it. And gradually, what remains is only desire to serve Krishna. There is no other desire. That's a complete surrender, Sharanagati. I have no desire other than desire to serve Krishna, but it takes time. Only desire is how Krishna can be served, how Krishna can be pleased, because I am his servant. Jiva Krishna Das, I am a servant of Krishna, so my business is to make Krishna happy. If we develop that desire, but that is called real union. There is no other desire than desire to serve Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. There was anything else? Let me see in the purport. So Prabhupada said that is real nirvana. Near nirvana has come out of all. The devotee has no other concern than to satisfy the desires of the Lord. It's a very small statement, one line. No other concern than to satisfy the desires of Krishna, but this takes many lifetimes to achieve. It's a statement, small statement. Again, yatarchihi, flame. This is interesting. The flame is extinguished, it is conserved in the sense that the oil is lamp is there, it can burn anytime. This is conservation of energy. Similarly, when the mind stops functioning on the material platform, it is conserved in the activities of the Supreme Lord. Yeah. Cessation of mental. So another thing is that the Maya is there because of our unwanted desires. Give up unwanted desires, the Maya will stop functioning. As I said so many times, police only catches a criminal. Police never catches a gentleman. So till our criminal desires are there of enjoying, controlling this world, which is not ours, which is criminal. Prabhupada said, how can you be peaceful when you're a thief? When you're a thief, you cannot be peaceful. So similarly, till the time we have an illegitimate desire to enjoy the property of the Lord, the Maya will remain, and dance of Maya will keep happening in the heart. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you very much.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavati Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Krishna Prabhuji.